Alright, hi guys, hi my bear buds. We got Becca and Shaggy already here in the chat. I'm not gonna lie, Becca, I was kind of laughing when I saw you. I'm so sorry I missed you. It's okay, Becca. When you gotta sleep, you gotta sleep. I'm doing pretty good today, actually. How are you guys today? I saw Shaggy earlier today during his stream. Oh my gosh, I didn't get myself a drink. One sec. But yeah, we are back with day 2 of Valentine's week. Keeping up with the dating sim theme by playing some Hooked on You. And for those who don't know, this is a dating simulator for the killers from the game Dead by Daylight. So we went from birds to murderers now. So I think that's an upgrade. What do you guys think? I got myself some water. Hydration. Oh, also, you guys will have to let me know how I'm sounding today, because I noticed during when I stream, when I look back at the VODs, sometimes when I get a little louder, my voice distorts. So I set the limiter lower to try and prevent that. Big Sad just cried. Repeat what you asked, please. Oh, do you think we attempted to find love with birds yesterday without a full boyfriend, and now we're moving on to the killers from Dead by Daylight? Oh, does it sound good? Okay, good. I recorded myself and I like screamed into my mic and I didn't distort, so I think we're good. I think we're good. I think I'll finally fix my problem that I've been struggling with. But yeah, we can go ahead and get into the gameplay. And yes, Becca, we do have the Huntress in the game. Oh, let me switch over. You can actually see there's 4 characters. So there's the Wraith, there's the Spirit. Oh my god, look at that drink. It looks delicious. And yeah, there she is. There's the Huntress. And then we also have the Trapper. And I looked up how long these games are. And I said for the main story, it's supposed to be about 2.5 hours long. I'm assuming that means for all routes, but I'm not quite sure, because yesterday when I looked up for How to Full Boyfriend, it said that the main game was like an hour and a half, but apparently that meant for each route. So we'll see how far we get into this one. I'd like to get through all of the characters since there's only 4 of them. I know, right? They're animified. They got yassified. And yeah, oh, let me get my chat up on my phone so I can still talk to you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm slacking. Oh my god. Where did Twitch go? Okay, here it is. I've only played 1 round of this game, and that was with the Huntress. So I'm eager to see the rest of the characters too. But we'll still do the Huntress, of course. I love the Huntress. Okay. Everything looks good. Alright. Go ahead and do a new game. Don't look at that one. Okay, my name is Dae. Confirm. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got there. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. It's probably from all the salt water. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute? A minute? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Dae. May I continue? Please go on. Okay, then. As I was... Thank you, Shaggy. Thank you. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, angled deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Ew, I got snot coming out of his nose. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who's behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. God, that really is me. What will you do? Ooh. We can either run, close your eyes, or dig up that face. I don't think I want anything to do with the face, to be honest with you. It's grody. Like, let's just close our eyes. Maybe this must be a nightmare, right? Maybe if we open them back up, nothing will have changed. If something will change. This is not happening. This is not happening. The mantra centers you, and you're briefly able to find peace. The lapping waves go silent, and for the first time in your entire life, it feels like you're in control. When you open your eyes, you're in the exact same place, except now that disgusting corpse face is smiling at you. He got penny on his tongue. Even the dead have wondrous time on our island. I promise you will too. Don't worry, you're going to do just fine. We wouldn't want anyone else. Well, that was super weird, that voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms? You know, I don't think everybody's ever said that to me before. So do we really know? Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Oh no. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Oh my god. Oh my god. Honestly, they really have no business in making them look that good. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed. Let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at these monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Well, I mean, it's not our ball. Say no thanks. It's like, no, I don't think I will. It's your own ball. Okay, let's toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Bleh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way. Nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger your direction. Man, the narrators also down bad for them too. Don't be scared, Dae. You were made for this. Made to date murderers? Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. Bro, I mean... You derail the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best just to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. I mean, we don't know if that's blood. Maybe it's fake tan. You never know. I'm sure it's fine. Oh my gosh, he's so dirty too. It's got like, or is this like bruising? I don't know. Let's not question it too much. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a sitting game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why the slack-jawed moron is here. Oh my god. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. As she raises her axe. Like, not yet, but I mean... Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Dae, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Right? It's like, I thought we had something. This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I mean, look at me. Very. I'm just kidding. I'd say I'm very attractive. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this? Trapper flexes and his muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. I mean, goddamn. He has a point though. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility, flight, super strength. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot. It sounds like a bongo when you go through them. Yes, that's the Wraith. Well, my big-ass bear paws allow me already some super strength, so I guess flying wouldn't be too bad. Flight, for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly, honestly. It's not all it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? Skipping. Math, history. I have trauma with math, so it's not that. You know? No, that's true. I was about to say, I don't think I've ever skipped a class. Like, no, that is definitely a big fat lie. You could say I majored in skipping class. Huh. If I'd ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? Oh. There's no bear. What the fuck is a mustelid? I mean, I do have a dog. Dog? You look absolutely adorable in a little puppy mask. Oh my gosh. What's your favorite color? Blue, blood red, 3-day-old corpse. Oh, it's a ferret? I would not have guessed that at all. thought it kind of sounded like, I don't know, like a type of snail or something. I mean, blood red is closest to orange. Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. Oh my gosh. Almost got myself cut with your edginess there, sir. What's your dream job? Astronaut? Nightclub promoter? Not working at all? Man, these answers are very different from each other. I think it'd be kind of cool to be a nightclub promoter. Definitely nightclub promoter. Everyone groans, and let's be honest, they're right to do— What? What? What do you mean? Luring folks into the dark? Not just anyone can do that. Oh, really? Best flavor of ice cream. Horse flesh? I love the taste of horse. Vanilla. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. With a thoughtable. Mine is vanilla. Swirled with pain. Oh, okay, okay. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? It's vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Do I get more than... Okay, I do get a couple. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? It's fucking vanilla. A rebel, eh? Not in my dating sim. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. What? For real? Over mint chip? I don't even like mint chip. Wait. Go back. Fine, it's fucking mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. They want me to be a damn sheep. I don't want no toothpaste ice cream. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Oh my god, just like right for the throne, huh? Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I'm not like other girls. I'm a murderer. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jesus, like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. Oh, God damn, he woke up and he chose violence towards everybody. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, I'll have to do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right there. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Oh my gosh. Compensating for the brick of a personality. Oh, close. Alright. So, where would we like to go? Do we want to go on the big boy yacht? Do we want to continue the volleyball game? Do we want to go by the pool? Or do we want to lounge with Spirit? I will let you guys decide. And like I said earlier, I'm going to try to get through everybody's routes today, so whoever we don't do now, we'll be doing after, you know. I say lounge, we just almost died from the ocean. Okay, we'll go lounging. This is the lounge, right? Okay, yeah, it is. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. Pick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. Get that sweet iced tea. Hits the spot. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Oh my god. I'm sensing some pent-up hostility here. Look at how her face is blacked out too. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. I mean, she does got a point. Oh my gosh. Here's the gang. Hold on. Just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. Remaining? What is that supposed to mean? This place we call Murder's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. Oh. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Yeah, sure, we know. Hence why we shall... What the fuck? Hereto we shall refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will not escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you could do is allow us to do our job. You kinda hate Dwight. Yeah. I mean, does anybody really like Dwight, though? The most you could do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes? Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? I mean, we said we're gonna go to the lounge. I didn't change my mind. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise of that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Sphere looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. You know, me too. I've mentioned this in a previous stream. I'm not sure which one it was, but I mentioned how I have kind of like some trauma with volleyball, but just like sports games in general. Like, I don't know why, but every time I would get into a sports game that involved a ball, the ball would always end up colliding with my head at some point. I don't know why. I don't know why. My big ass head is such a magnet for that, but it happens every time. So, you know, I kind of agree with her on that. Whoever invented volleyball, fuck you. Because that was always the game that it happened to the most. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everybody already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Oh my gosh, you too, Becca. And basketball too. Oh my gosh. I feel like a basketball would hurt a lot more than a volleyball too. Like, fuck sports, you know? Okay, I already read this one. I almost started rereading it again. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. You're welcome. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So what will you be having? I don't know if I want the worker that's having a mental breakdown to make my drink. Ooh, what do we want to drink? Why can't I save? Okay, I guess I gotta save often. I wish some of these games have a way that you can like go back so that you can save. I don't know why it wouldn't let you save on a choice, because that's where people would be saving the most. Oh well. Okay, so we have a vodka soda, a sangria, scotch, rocks, and a virgin daiquiri. Now, I actually do not partake in the devil juice. So I actually have no preferences in alcohol. Although, isn't a virgin daiquiri just like... Doesn't virgin mean there's no alcohol in it? So maybe I should go for that one. I'd be at the one at the bar. Just... I'd be the one at the bar that has... Y'all got apple juice? Can I just have the juice? You don't drink either, Shaggy? So I guess we'll just have to pick a random one. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the daiquiri. I didn't come here to party. I'm just trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know. How about a daiquiri? I know how to make that. But skip the liquor. I'll have mine a virgin. Trapper snickers at your choice of words. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. We don't need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone else's expectations. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on. You never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything. So good, and you get the non-alcoholic. Oh, are they actually good? Well, then I see we picked the right choice then. Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from the man wearing a doll's face as a mask. Not a doll's face, jerk. Isn't he also wearing like a bathing suit from like the 1950s too? Like, sir, the History Museum called. They want their bathing suit back. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fun, or whatever you say. Does anyone see my hat? I've literally never seen a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. He thinks a certain someone they'll protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog, beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction, or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. An escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Wraith is just a baby. He's just a little boy. Where's his hat that he never had? Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Dae, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be a classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains. And also, those books are all in the public domain. Okay. Thank you for mansplaining why it has to be horror, narrator. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gone soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Okay, so we got some classics here. We got Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde, and then just books. No thanks. I've never actually read the books for any of these. But if I had to pick one, I don't know, I feel like they're all pretty solid choices. Like, they're all within the same vibe. We could have the bloodthirsty vampire, the misunderstood monster, and then some guy. What do you guys think? Have you guys read any of these? I don't read. Frankenstein is the shit, but Dracula is a classic. You know, I was kind of leaning towards Frankenstein. Let's go with the shit. I didn't actually read it, but I've seen like 3 movie versions of Frankenstein. They've all been pretty good. You know, you can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Oh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge but finding only death? Yeah, been there. I can't say that my experiments have been as successful, but, well, fingers crossed. Endfire? Don't even get me started. Experiments? Crap. Not again, I swear. Every excuse you give him... This talk about... Shut up. Did you just tell me to shut up? Sorry. Take it from me. This one likes to think he's the scientist, but he's actually the monster. Can't it be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but that sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story. Oh, I got an achievement. Try one. What is trial run? Is that just like going through the beginning of the game? Chase it. Okay, the achievement just reads, "You're really getting the hang of it now," or so you think. Oh, I wonder what that means. Yes, Wraith can be whatever he wants to be. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Spin the bottle? The trickster? Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know, what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle of our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. Okay, so there's 5 endings. We'll have to do his, too. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo! Okay. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That's it, that is. But let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Okay. Like adults. Romantic. Well-adjusted adults. Dae, you're up. Since when was it all like full makeouts? I thought it was just like a peck on the lips or something. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. You visibly gasped when that trickster walked in. I did too. I forgot. Did I see him when I played a while back? I don't actually know. Whoa. Secret trickster ending. Oh, mini games consist of 2 parts. Okay, I remember this. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated, because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Whenever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Ready? Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Well, let's make out, I guess. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Oh. Okay, maybe I should close my eyes. I'm gonna look away. Then, wait, I'm gonna put my mouse over the stop button. I'm gonna look away. Let's see who we get. You got Huntress! You two are meant to be. Psych! You have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Now get your spin on. Oh, okay. A false victory. Okay, well, since we got Huntress, let's try to get her again. Oh my gosh, too fast. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. You got Trapper. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. We got two. We just need one more. Spirit. Huntress! My timing. Huntress is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach-toweled Huntress, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Huntress takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. Oh my god, it's about to happen. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd said at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. Pit stains on the shirt and everything. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Huntress, you... we... I'm sorry, but I can't kiss you right now. Oh, no! We got rejected! What? You're a lead, but also maybe a little hurt. It's not you. Well, it is you, but in a good way. I think you're great. Maybe too great. I don't trust easily, and I'm afraid of what it might mean to connect with you so early. And it's not that I don't want to, I just don't think it's the right thing right now. I understand. She has a point, she has a point. We literally just met her. Amazing, but also understand this. If you tell anyone I got so soft, I'll break you in half. Okay? I mean, do we kind of want that, though? I'll tell him you almost chewed my whole face off clean. Ooh, I like that. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner's being served right away and we must insist you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Oh my gosh. I mean, they do say if you're gonna die here, make it interesting. Seems like this new activity is mealtime. How quaint. Oh my god. Becca, we got the same mind. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This isn't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claude usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. And, oh, great. Terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to the Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Anime? Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected, sir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shit gets a little flustered. Hey there! You're looking good, Dae. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. 8-pack! I mean, if their arms are too big, just put me right there in between them and get squished. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can't sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Oh my gosh. The spit is just going to enhance the flavor. I'm so excited. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite! Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Dae, you thinking what I'm thinking? There's gonna be a person on that spit, right? There were several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Fight, fight, fight. We get dinner and a show. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Dae, I know this isn't what you want, but hurry up and volunteer to cover up Felix. I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. Oh, I thought that... Why did I think that said ow? Instead, they once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hated it when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Oh, many games consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target, and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Slice! Okay. So it's pretty much just like the mechanics in Dead by Daylight when working on a generator. Perfect. It's getting faster. Okay. Last one. Ow. Not bad. Oh, and up. I thought it was just going to be 3. Oh! You missed completely. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? There's obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff up through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's the only thing. Think about it, Dae. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. You know? Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. I would hate not being able to eat. I mean, number 2. No number 2? That would be pretty good. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Oh. What are we going to tell them? We could be like, I'm vegetarian. This is gross. I'm sorry. Look at that seagull. Look at the seagull. Wow. You ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Dae. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Aw. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. With the seagull. Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. The opacity is coming down on the killers. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. I'm here to find my true love. The ultimate truth. The truth is, which one of these killers will I bone? No. Vague, mysterious. Gotta get up to this ocean character. Has some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? Oh. Fuck! Well, did we find someone special? Or have we always been alone? Take another sip while I ponder. We could relate by being alone. Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it has always been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. Oh my gosh. If we find someone special, she could... That's a good point. That's probably the best answer. And I always will be alone. Spirit has turned from looking at the ocean is looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together. It's the best we can hope for. We're gonna be alone together. Maybe. Maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ah, I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. Now I'm all I've got. First of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. Oh, shit, my fat finger pressed the space bar. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That just sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then I, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. I mean, we didn't eat, so our tummies are empty. No dragon, just a lot of fire. So we could say nothing but darkness. That might appeal to her. But then again, if we say fire, maybe she would interpret that as being passionate about something like she is passionate about a revenge. We could say darkness. Okay, we'll try out darkness. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome. Honestly though, I don't feel like I've got anything inside me at all. Just darkness. Never-ending darkness. And here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived. Oh my gosh, it's our goth arc. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Becca, I think you were right. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which are waving in the air above their heads. The true danger is these two here. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Gosh, what a bunch of cockblocks. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry. You, who hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? Story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Your voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out? Been there before, even though it's taking on some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anyone ever... Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Seriously, has anyone here ever happened... Wait. I don't know how to read. Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Plus, unless they're back on, you two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. Who the fuck is Donald and Cynthia? We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Dwight's Donald and Claudette's Cynthia. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Dae, who do you think should go? Damn it, that's a name. Save. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Well, it seems right now we're kind of going through Spirit's route, so I guess we can go ahead and pick her. I choose you, Spirit. Well, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Yeah. Spin your story, girl. Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. I mean, it makes sense if she's good at stories since she likes reading so much. She's got that experience. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down. And Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Choose your battles. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it... The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice the Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. What? You guys aren't gonna share? Is for me? Please? I love popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hara, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. This huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spear pauses, restored to a look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. "Help me!" cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking at the strange structured up and down, inspecting it on every side. It doesn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid, and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. "I don't know what happened. I woke up and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me," cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hara comforted the man. She used her train to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hara was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it never had before. "Don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm," instructed Detective Hara. "You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Looking through that narrowest of passageways, Detective Hara watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. "Promise?" asked the man. "Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised. "I do." A simple pledge she felt an instant connection that she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hara, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked. "Into Sar Lafark? Promise? Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised, "I do," and pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hara leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into this strange structure, allowing her warmth to fall on this man's lips. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart. Pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. "Thank you," said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hara and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hara gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hara had to think of him in that moment to survive. Oh my god, she's crying. She's really getting into it. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And on top of that pile, a head, cold pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking at the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual. She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail. Now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. Also, not to break the immersion, but when she was talking about like the kiss scene, about how the prisoner's lips went up to like the sled, I was just kind of imagining him like sticking his lips out there like, please, I don't want to die alone. And I couldn't get that image out of my head. Alright, we gotta do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. Cool story, bro. Okay, so we're definitely not doing this one. It's not just cool story, bro. Her, as she tells such an emotional tale that she really got into. We can say nothing and hug her, or we can stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. Hug her? Okay, yeah, we gotta hug her. You stand and without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. Oh, kinky. It's certainly not what you expected. I can't say kinky, she's crying. Get your mind out of the gutter. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special that was in charge of this island I don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of this cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. She's back. You know, I was watching you when I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I can feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a narrator. You're doing it again, right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. The hot tub? Dipping in hot tubs with the Spirit, come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her, an offer like that. Just don't forget her little talk. Hot tub time! You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your little companion can handle it. I just want to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other Okay, Spirit, if that's what you say. I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, and so is the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Well, they could have more tinted purple, but we won't get into the specifics. Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Veins? Veins. Oh well, maybe it has coagulated by now. Let me just sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure out with that with oh my gosh. You've gotta figure that with that many sharp edges. A person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. But truth is, and I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it, I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep. When I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Oh my god. Who cares? No. It's obviously yes. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Who? Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're going to get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Oh my god. She fucking got me. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to the spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from the puzzle box. If you believe that she is, that... Damn, it got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of questions, you find certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel, ready to dry you off. Oh my gosh, get out of here. I'm trying to have a moment, even though I'm failing at it. But it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my own. Oh my god. I'm reading too fast. I gotta slow down. Before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her, at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs the towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. We kind of fucked up a little bit there. We can still save it, though. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about... oh my gosh. You think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. I'm out of water. I'm getting too thirsty. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Maybe the head that we found on the beach in the beginning is actually our head. We're just a ghost. Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable. Or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Let's see what's on this station. This music sucks. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Who do you think? Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Oh. She bestows upon us a comb. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb, carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though, and if you lose it, well... You'll get your revenge on me if it's the last thing I do. Let's keep this in a safe place. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but by now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. Are we trying to... You'll never make it to 100% water. Don't try it. Okay. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Oh. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy. Yes, you are the epitome of trustworthiness right there, Trapper. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near any one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out from me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if I bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Trapper's an ass biter. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the... about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Hopefully. Oh. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh jeez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive. Mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off of my seraphim. That being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper, oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear... Bear? No, not me! And human. And I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, learning about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Aw, look. She's so cute. I love her. Oh, look. I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control. And right now, I'm using all the self-control I can muster. Because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to leave them on a little more. It will make it that much better for me when they're screaming. What you missed? Nothing much. We're still trying to get with the spirit here. But the Trapper came by and told us not to object to spending time with him in the morning, so I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I'm not really sure how to feel about Dae. On one hand, everyone I've ever cared about has met an awful fate. So it's probably good for Dae if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that maybe could work out for my plan, for me. I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation is just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe? Okay, those are choices, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Trapper has an ass-biting king, Spirit gave us a gift, the trickster is crazy and creepy, Wraith is a baby. Yep, that pretty much sums it up. A trickster came by and was like, oh, come find me if you can. And I'm sitting here like, this isn't your route yet, buddy. You gotta wait your turn. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Huntress is a goddess. Yes, yes she is. Wait, are you on vacation? Was this a day nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a senshi bunch, no? A sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy. Here comes the trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start off this incredibly day off right. Oh. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Yes, and his joyful skull radiating from this cup of coffee. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Is the other island real? Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster just because he's good at... Wait, they don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. Imagine he just rides a skateboard everywhere, even on the sand of a beach. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, review to, not in an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. Let a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand. This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, thumbs up review. It was crafted with love, and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of a doubt. Constructing these elaborate vacations, is not easy to do. We live in a simulation. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Dae. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on this island? Yes, I've been having a lovely time. Yes, it's been really entertaining. Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's a no option. It's as if they're trying to get us to say yes. Yes, I'm not all suspicious. There's no option here. What an encouraging response. And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Dae isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here? 0 chance. They're still clicking. Even right now to see how you respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. Doesn't matter though, Dae. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Dae. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No? No. No, I will not say anything. I will. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Dae, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes. Yes. Hey, Dae, it's so totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Didn't I say no, though? Are they tricking me? Are they gaslighting me? Anyway, I see that Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing. Breakfast! Breakfast. Get our grub on. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Okay, Becca. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again. Except all in one day on a beautiful, mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. Oh, shit. Can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all possibilities the strange island has in store. Oh, open-minded. Well, that surely must be it. No one else would really stand up during breakfast And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say I did not? I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing, and last night was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. I mean, she makes it work. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of Dae to our island paradise. And yeah, that was in quotations. Didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking a question too. It's, when will Wraith shut up? Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? Oh my god, we gotta talk about our feelings. Oh my god. Why is there a limited amount of saves? I'm so sad. Alright. I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy true-to-life experience. We gotta play hard to get. We can't just give them what they want. We gotta make them want more, you know? Make it worth it. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. Well, breakfast sounded good too. Pancakes and bacon. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pulling shed. No, no, stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes. I'm here. Don't know if I'll be good with making decisions, but I'll try. It's all good, Shaggy. We're just going through it. Whatever we get is what we get. That's part of the story. Oh, so this sounds real sus. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do... whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow! Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. White is panting, and Claudia has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here, and that I could hear you well, you know. What? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? It sounded like you were doing each other. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. Okay, that sounds a little better than what we thought. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Dae. You're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up sun at a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh my gosh, we're having a self-care day. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky-tipped, like a palm tree, is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's... Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with a group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon, or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You've seen my abs, by the way. Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out, if you play your cards right. I could give you a private show. Why is he so mad? Why's he got that mat mark? Get you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable, makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything, and we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing through the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone, and we got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. It's her. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings out a bit of a welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot. But I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way that I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them all. I'll get my father too. and I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot, but you get turned on by menacing. Oh, as if you get turned on. Oh, well, silly now. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I'd suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? Is this a choice? Do I need to save? I don't even know what to save over. Do this one. You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Huntress interjects. I guess you could go with Spirit today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't here on this island vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. Might have something, though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off to your goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know her speaking spot. I see everything through the holes in this adorable mask. So my offer stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room in my cabin. Wink, wink. It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink, wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. Oh my gosh. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, fetching, fitting death after drinking it because lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? I mean, I gotta stick with the Spirit route. Please don't axe me in the head. I gotta go with Spirit. You've made the correct decision, but know this, just because you pick me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog. Understand? Yes, ma'am. Well, of course, you've still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before. Literally. With a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form, you feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that module trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask, Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. I mean, I'm fine with my answer. Oh, achievement unlocked. Morose match. Ooh. Let me see. I want to read. That's not Steam. Okay, it says, Revenge never looked as cute as it does in a sun hat and a black bikini. Okay, we probably just got that because we picked the Spirit. I'll give myself a little minute break. My throat's a little sore. Okay, so what I'm saying now is that when I looked up earlier to see how long this game was, apparently 2.5 hours is for each route because we are still in Spirits. So we might only be able to do 1 or 2 today. But we can, like, in a future stream, we'll come back to this and do the rest of the routes. So we got Spirit today, and I'll let you guys think for now on who you want the next route to be. We still have plenty of time. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the black lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like me. Spirit smiles. Nature abhors a vacuum. You're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as Lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Really, she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. Are we gonna apply sunscreen on her? You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get in a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Okay, so we can either just say things, or we can be like, now we're talking. But I mean, she's still trying to like test the waters with us. She's trying to see if she can trust us. So we should probably just say thanks for now, and if she wanted something more, then she can clarify that. Thanks seems like the safest option. Yeah, I see. We agree. Thanks. Thanks, I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem, I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. Do you need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand float around your back. Oh my god. Sure, why not? Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch as Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. Okay, we will not ask about the shards of glass sticking out from her. That seems like too much. And we could say nothing, or we could comment on her floating hands ability. I mean, this one seems pretty safe too, just to be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, you can just do that. Then she might take it the wrong way, because she's like, yeah, I can do that because my dad just chopped me up into pieces. I'm so mad that I can't save. Can I really not go back? No, I can't. Yeah, let's just, you know, the fact that your hands just float around you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think to wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I understand why some people act the way they do. Okay, so... You're good, Becca. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed what you could see. Apologize? Okay, yeah. Let's try to reel it back. I'm truly sorry. I clearly hadn't thought through what your experience was like. Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong. I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all of these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me and what the world did to him. No, Becca, you don't need to apologize. If you got stuff to do, you got stuff to do. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad I got to see you for today. And if I don't see you during this stream, I'll see you another time. That's all good. No need for apologies. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to the pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me, it's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was. I'm sure of it. I appreciate that, Dae. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, and love, this world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted into these vengeful poses. It really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on the skin. Oh my god. You gonna get toes? For free? Just kidding. Oh my gosh, there it is. Perfect. Perfect. Not bad. Oh, shit. You missed completely. Oh my god, it's going so fast. Oh. Well, I suppose that the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there's a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark from form hovering above this moment between spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. A ghost ship. It's like that ship from SpongeBob. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore, before crashing on the rocks. It must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Alright, it does that sometimes. Should we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. So swimming away from the island is not an option. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith! He has emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. What is it? Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washed up on the shore that one time. Yeah. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you catch my drift. I mean, yeah, I've seen like some of the pictures of mermaids of just being like more like fish people than like just like people with like fish tails, you know? So I can understand that. It's all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island. Or something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out, the basics anyhow. If you come with me, you can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buns off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes this hint and decks away, a few steps, slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last. Tension broken. Deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit underneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. I mean, yeah, it sure does. Like, looking respectfully, like, use like straps here and like 4 straps here. It's a lot of work for that bathing suit. I do really like her robe though. I'd like to wear one myself. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit you don't see the next interruption coming. Oh my god. The fucking cockblocks are here. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach. We'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Well, I mean, there's only 2 of you left, so I guess the other 2 got disconnected. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudia simply stand quietly. This isn't at all what was promised. Wait a minute. There's no announcement here. But there is a me. You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map back in my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You've got a secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? I said I've got tap in my secret hair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. Like, I keep trying to tell you, it's this dang island. I've come to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here, well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing your little bell. So don't tell me that what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside of me. I can't not fight, even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks. Oh, you hide? I've seen you hide. You do your phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking, and we all know what cloaking is, a type of hiding. Folks. You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but this sure sounds like some video game community forum thread. Minutia? If there were ever such a thing. Not that you know about that either. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. Ahem. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose... Spirit! When it comes down to it, neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her gloom. While we could go with, like, the escaping the island route and getting more information with Wraith, we did commit to Spirit. So think about that if you guys want to pursue that story in the next route. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. Also, don't poke at his weight. He's not even that skinny. He's got a good thickness to him. God, don't body shame people. Or killers. Monsters. Don't body shame. Period. No offense taken. It's... Yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess. Sometimes. Right, so I'm going to stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Spirit walks you around a corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree. It is just a small sapling, but it has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. As Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze... Oh, there's the petals. Some petals off, and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is... pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they are magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel, Dae? God, why are you asking me so many questions? Okay, so we either feel unsure, frustrated, or empowered. Now, any of these answers are pretty solid answers, but what would be the answer that would suit Spirit the most? I feel like maybe frustrated would be it, since she's got a lot of pent-up anger. We'll go with frustrated. As you look at the tree and consider Spirit's question, you reflect on your own current predicament. Stranded here, no understanding of why, no control. The beauty of this island, the attention of such an interesting companion, it should bring you joy, but it comes at the price of being completely confused and hopeless. You look down and see a crumbling cherry blossom on the ground at your feet. As you stare at it, something begins to rage inside you. Like a dragon! How can anyone find comfort even for a moment with death and decay looming on the horizon? It makes me so frustrated. It makes me so mad. I want to do something about it. I want to strike back against this shitty reality. Spirit lets you go off, staying calm despite your bubbling rage. She must know thoughts like this. Is that why she asked you? That you'd see things from her point of view? I want to be alive. You feel connected to her at this moment more than you have at any point before. You wonder, does she feel the same? Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the souls of samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice, to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down with their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree? It's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed here by someone. You watch the spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you're right. Yep, but this time we've got a really good reason. And it has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not what's happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay, go off. We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too. Okay, we're making some good progress here. Kind of seemed touch and go a little bit there, but we're getting there. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just a remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No. You are really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry. I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wait, this here too. We're not going to do the gag where we all cram them all on one screen at the same time again, so just believe me. They're all here. And they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trevor seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do. Heavens know they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauce is allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. Just have this whole big ass lamb shank. A bit under seasoned, only salt and pepper, and no sauce. And then just put a little bit of broccoli on the top. I like broccoli. I like broccoli too. It gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You had an interesting day, but that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Oh my god, here we go. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Okay, so I think Spirit would prefer us to be coy. She doesn't really seem like the type that wants to like rub it in everybody else's faces. Like I feel like Trapper would want us to gush about it if we were to go with him. Yeah, be coy, be coy. We'll be coy. It wasn't really a date, more like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in a relatively close proximity to each other. Ah, okay, good. Every time we make a decision, I gotta hold my breath because it's like, oh my god, am I about to fuck up here? That's exactly right. Couldn't have not said anything of value better myself. Spirit is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise, she doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claudia bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. Silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they are all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetite. I guess it's appetite. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it. Even the vegetables. Oh my god. Broccoli bones. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of a sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudia come back to clean up the table. They linger around at you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Oh my god. What shall we say to the cock block, Claudette, and Dwight? Well, I mean, they are doing everything, so I guess we'll be nice. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd graciously appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly, or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret it now. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean. Not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Ooh. What's gonna be the announcement? Oh shit, I forgot to read it. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff, thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what the thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here. Maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Dae was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Oh my god, we're going to tell a story. Alright. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay. So what type of story did you want to tell? Ooh. We could tell romance and adventure, action. Well, Wraith, Spirit told a romance story yesterday, so maybe we should do adventure. Alright. You like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for a story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting for bated breath. No pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story, barely even a thought. My poem was better than that story. You sure that's all you got to say? No, we got a lot to say. No, I was just kidding. So what type of story did you want to tell? Okay. So, we don't get to tell our adventure story? Okay, what about action? Here's an action-packed yarn for you lot. The time I got into a bar fight. The group is interested. They lean in. I'm all ears. And I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. Oh. You crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap off of the nearest rock before starting. I'm at the local watering hole, powering up with my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table. Slay is good. It's Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. The bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. I pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. The patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly, I hear the telltale revving of engines outside. Motorcycles. The saloon doors swing open. Wait, it's a saloon now? And in walks my arch nemesis, Big Slim. The Big Slim Shady. The giant of the North Toledo. He sounds sexy. Thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool, the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for an inevitable fight. Long way home from home, are we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to steal them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight? I taunt him. He strokes his oily beard. This story has a lot of specific geographic references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like that? Slim yells. That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but it was a misunderstanding, Slim yells. Well then, let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to well in my eyes. And we made up. What about the bar fight? Oh yeah? We got in a real... Hold on. Oh yeah, we got in a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled at our proverbial heads off, but it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. Which do you guys say? Is it pop or soda? I mean, I usually say soda, but saying pop kind of... I don't know. Soda. I don't know. Pop is just kind of a vibe that you gotta use when it's the right moment. Come on! I gave up headlining at Coachella for this? Spirit laughs hysterically. Probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh you're ready to accept. That sure was a kind of story, technically. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrative keeps it real. We can't just end it here. So who else would you'd like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Well, I guess we're still on Spirit's route, so we'll hear another story from her. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride... technically, I suppose, the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trend, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby chic farmhouse. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose lilikoi, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such lovely, natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collected them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before. And just on the edge of her view was now a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead. She would go flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancé crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful flowered flowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad, just like someone we know. How is story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Dae, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to wink wink end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at with that end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim and not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast the ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. Blaze it, 420. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded days after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. I mean, with those muscles, she can probably just carry us there too. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you, for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that was taking. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Oh my gosh, who are we gonna pick? It's such a mystery. Spirit? Oh, you picked me. Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. But don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying. But too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. Okay, one moment. I need to tend to the pupper. Okay, I'm back. And I have cookies. I'm gonna take a bite. They're s'mores cookies from Girl Scouts. They were selling them outside of the restaurant I went to for dinner, and I got me a pack. They're pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna swallow this first and then we'll continue. Okay. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? As you know, I don't drink, so not me, unless you mean wasted as in killed, in which case, Dad, if you are out there somewhere, I will find you and waste you for what you've done to me. You really don't drink? Ever? Is that a, like, because it will just fall out a hole in your stomach thing, or I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing? Now, why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything on one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Oh. Whoa, whoa. Who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off the menu. Oh, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed by your father, on whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right. Well, so be it. How about you, Dae? Do you drink? No, I don't. Stay sober. I got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm going to pass on the alcoholic drinks. Hear, hear. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its little fruity guts flop out onto Spirit's lap. Oopsie! One of the upsides of wearing black, it hardly shows stains. No take backsies. So, lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Fancy beer, zombie, a Bloody Mary, or dark and stormy? Well, fancy beer, that seems like the least interesting option. We could do zombie, or Bloody Mary, or dark and stormy. I mean, we have a pretty good understanding of what a Bloody Mary is. We could do zombie. A bongo break. I don't know. What are y'all interested in? Do you have any strong opinions? The dog wants that back in. I'll let you guys think that over. I got myself another water too. Okay, let's do the zombie. The zombie sounds pretty fun, right? Is that some kind of... Oh, no, sorry. You didn't think I meant you, did I? I would never. It's not an undead insult. It's some kind of kooky retro cocktail. There's a bunch of ingredients and a signature look. I thought we could make one. And the best part, they're served out of an empty skull. See Claudette's eyes go wide as she makes it. Cut it out, dummy. Hand symbols to Dwight. An empty skull, shaped glass. Not a literal skull. We don't have any of those on hand to pour drinks in. You know, I didn't really think the drinks would be related to, like, upping our relationship with Spirit or not, but honestly, I really should have. Oh, I should have picked Dark and Stormy or Bloody Mary. Oh well. We've made our mistake. We'll just have to crawl back from this. And if we did, yuck, am I right? Okay, you've got my attention. So what's in one of these? You actually know, right? And you promise it's a good drink? It's definitely not a joke about my semi-undead state. Yes, of course I know. Don't worry, we've got plenty of ingredients at our disposal. Why don't you show us? We're going to do it live. She's going to be so impressed by your mixology knowledge. You got this. We're going on alcoholic, so first we'll start with a substitute for the... Oh shit, I'm actually supposed to know what's in this? Well, let's see, what would be in a zombie? Could be any of these. I'm not cheating. Shh. Oh, I think it's rum. I've got rum extract. It can be mixed with a little apple juice. Then we'll toss in some... lime? Lemon? Grapefruit doesn't really seem like it should be that. Well then... Huh. Oh shit, that's not my bottle. The water was my empty bottle. Okay, so, I may or may not be looking at a recipe and it has both lime and lemon juice in it. So, yeah, let's go lime. Not too sour, not too sweet. A tropical vibe courtesy of some maple syrup? Valerian lavender extract? What is this? I mean, in the recipe, it says simple syrup, but maybe it's maple syrup. I know, I don't... Is the mixology really this in-depth? I don't even know what Falernum is. Let me look it up. Falernum is either an 11% ABV syrup liqueur or non-alcoholic syrup. Oh, maybe that's it then. Because it says it has syrup in it. I'm more of a horchata gal, but Falernum is in the more traditional recipes. Okay. The refreshing sweetness of... Oh, it's pineapple juice. It's hard to find a finer juice than pineapple. And for the blood red tint, a splash of cough syrup, literal blood, or grenadine. I mean, maybe she would like the drop of blood. I mean, I guess grenadine. You toss in the final ingredient, plus a few drops from some other random bottles for no reason, beyond the fact that they look cool, and mix it all up in a shaker just like in that movie you never saw because we can't mention another single intellectual property that we don't have the proper license for. I must say, it's delicious! I don't really care for these complicated drinks, but I appreciate all the energy you put into making it. You know, I thought I was kind of like... When I was looking up that recipe, I thought it was going to be a smooth ride, but man, those options, that really threw me off. Fucking alum, maple syrup, lavender extract? Like, how am I supposed to know what those are? Look at you. I didn't know you had it in you. It was nothing. Now can I just get some ginger ale? We'll take it too personally. I plan on drinking the rest after you two leave. Before you get a chance to try your own creation, the sound of thunder from an approaching storm echoes from over the ocean. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. Oh my gosh, look at her face. I've never seen that face before. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. Because it was? Oi, feels like we've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual naturdom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the bash case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the four types of people. Yeah, we really got to know everybody and not just the spirit, you know? Anyway, everyone is gathered at the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pick your dream date and see who Dae chooses. Oh. This is an interesting game. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream day they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Wraith, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate that. Stop talking. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I really prefer to just tell Dae privately. His face! What is that shade? I don't really know how it's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it today? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we really bond. Maybe finally get off this island. And then maybe we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Great, Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on a yacht. Don't worry, Trevor won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. And boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clearly already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Hello, spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper, or dig up whatever mysteries you want with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. You want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang out with Spirit. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, and not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Oh yes, thank you. I'd love to. So Dae, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're a maggot, also... And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to cruise in the morning. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without slinging out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. We just didn't read them. Welcome to Murder's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof. It's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slices will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Oh my god. Oh my god. But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classical reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you see him coming. Spear could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard track. If you hear it already, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Okay, well... It's not Spirit, because that's the route we're doing. Need another cookie while I think. Like, my first thought is Trapper, but I don't want him to kill me. Oh my god, I already ate a sleeve of these cookies already, and I just got them today. I don't want to make baby Wraith cry. But Huntress is such a goddess, though. We'll probably have to take the risk and just eliminate Trapper. Let's go for it. Oh. Achievement unlocked. See a Trapper. What does this one say? You sent the Trapper packing? Sleep with both eyes open? Oh no. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you though. Out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Dae when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... a body pillow? Their own mostly new trickster body pillow. The best thing to the real trickster. It might hug you, but not hug you back, but it's definitely worth a try and stab you. But it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. That's why it's mostly new. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Dae. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legitimate homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. We might die. Oh, we're back here. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. Sometimes it happened when your mother was skewered by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Well, I guess. That's also the only thing you talk about. You'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree, and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Dae? Sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things. More important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Of course Dae is into me. Why wouldn't they be? I'm thoughtful, beautiful, surrounded by a calming mist. I've also got gray hair. And since I'm technically dead, I'm extremely low maintenance. Look, I don't like to throw the term anime waifu around. Oh my god, she fucking said it. If the body pillow fits, snuggle it. You know what I mean? I hated that. What? No, you're not a part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes, not gonna lie. Kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I've got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, not the NFTs, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers? Take a hike. I'm wait till everyone in the trickster said that about them, don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Well, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Also, that's where all the other killers are, like Ghostface and Pinhead and Nemesis. So that's where they're hanging out. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the trickster. See you around Dae. You two narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes. Usually, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No. No, it is not your turn. You sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? Is the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay. Rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay, never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? Oh my god, he straight up pissed on the chair. That's why it was wet. No, not you two. This was meant to be confessional time for literally every character in this game. That's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the second grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is in my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescending song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of this universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please, erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end. Ah well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Oh, I got an achievement again. Anyway, it seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. What does this one say? 2 days in a tropical paradise is more of a vacation than I had during the entire production of this game. I hope you know how lucky you are. Oh, wow. What an achievement, huh? Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know what about the killer crabs? Alright, you didn't go on that hunter's date. You really missed out. It was thrilling. Or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. I guess I should go ahead and mention that since we kind of started late today and this is going on longer than I expected, I don't think we'll actually get to a second route today. So we'll have to finish, so we'll finish this one, and then we'll have to play this again in the future and go through another one. So maybe we'll do like one route a week until we get through all of them, maybe. But yeah. This is really long and more in-depth than I thought it would be. I mean, essentially coming from How to Fool Boyfriend yesterday. Let me take a sip. I think we're getting close to the end, though. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that the look on their faces excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been expected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It's happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claude gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand, flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Feeling the message is clear, you're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in the show. I'm going to chew his agent out. But before they walk you over for your big moment, don't you think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us, Dae? It can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no real reason, surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most primal impulses. Murder and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this, bud. Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. The friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well, I've never seen Spirit open up to anyone like she has opened up to you. I've seen her open up to the inside of people plenty. But thankfully for you and for us, that's in a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. I mean, what's a really question? Well, which one's into me? It's like, what about the one that we've been forcing you to spend all game with? Make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Dae, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Ooh, those are pretty. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is the lovely bouquet. Hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Dae, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Oh my gosh, who could it be? Here's our drum roll. Drum roll. It's Spirit. You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large head and into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you 2 days ago, I've been enchanted by your presence. You challenged me to be a better person and resist the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall, up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of, Dae. Oh my god, we're about to spit in God's face. I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's Yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit at least. There's more to me than what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. This wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. Yeah, you've told us that before. And then, well, I know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and awoke as an undead Avenger. That's not what I'm getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom, a lot of time, when you think about ghosts, there are these kind of see-through flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Ooh, like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand through me. Not really. That's not an invitation. It's rhetorical. How did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I've got my ideas. But I'm not exactly out there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are and where you came from, and rather than freak out and slowly try and swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not, because of the hungry sharks. We established that in our previous state. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage, or an open mind. I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here. Maybe. While the two of you were getting all deep and philosophically flirty, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everybody off. There were other stops. Oh, no, not of this trip. Of your life. Spear rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with you. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for our fun, so we have to make it for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. What the fuck is that supposed to be? What the fuck was that supposed to be? There's no poop deck on this ship. Oh, it will. You know what? I'm not gonna push it anymore. I'm not gonna think about it. As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good... Don't say that after they mentioned the poop deck. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circles lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today. See? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to touch, but you feel... Is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So, what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going... there. Spear points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all, how's everyone doing today? Hi, Wraith. You sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air that has ever been sucked. Dae, thank you. Thank you for choosing someone, anyone else, to go on a date with today. Alone again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. You're in the face again. It's like that Saitama meme face from One Punch Man. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Heading up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from there. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one has been up there and lived to tell about it, but this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as a being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but... Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date! Hey now, we can solve our problems without our hair floating up into any menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view! I think Wraith was kidding about the whole being up there thing. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean, on account of it being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your, how do I say it? Spirit's hands float up as she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your moral status? Because despite what our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death, suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of this world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks beneath this spooky tower, but you decided not to point it out because that wouldn't be too romantic now, would it? I think I'm alive? I'm here with you, walking on this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come up with me up to the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something, I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now to figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just be friends? Ouch. Is this our way of letting you down easy? Girl, you didn't even give me the option yet. Don't reject me now. I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Stay down, live for sure, go up, maybe die. Guess I'll die. You take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air that as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. Inside the lighthouse is almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see as the final rays of sun leave you is a horrible sight, a petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. You just step over the dead body. Things we do for love. This ain't so bad. When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out, and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room, as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it was just morning a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out over the ocean all day. I really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, taking the view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it, it's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Oh, you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light has a power to it. A massive lens refracts the moonlight through itself, a subtle spark that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time. That's it. Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all, I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened. It might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs still look pretty dark. Maybe Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum, and then it becomes frighteningly clear to you. That switch wasn't for the stairs, it was for the main lantern. A lantern that is now beginning to power up. Oh my god. It's powering up its laser. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach your nose. Oopsie, it looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stairs lights at all. Now we see who's really alive and who's really dead, I suppose. It was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but, well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me. I'll keep you safe. Oh shit, here we go. I'm gonna have a pretty good track record with this game. Shit, I can't see! Okay, actually, this isn't so bad. Oh my gosh, but it gets faster and faster. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3. Ah, shit. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky to put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy from the Black Lighthouse's lantern eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. Okay. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp. It smells like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it is you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks like a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird, because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. But I'm not doing that. I'm dumping... Don't you say it. I'm dumping Evan Macmillan, and there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Oh my god. She was two-timing? Is that why Trapper wanted to murder us? Because we were dating his girl? Oh my god. So we were just Spirit's side hoe this whole time? Rin, Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think that your shouting woke up Dae. My shouting? Do we do a fake snore? Do we stay quiet? Or are we saying something? We just get up and say, I heard you were fucking cheating on me. I mean, we can't just stay asleep forever. Let's just go ahead and say something. If we die, we die. It'd be like that. I'm sorry, I think I interrupted something very personal and also quite scary. I swear I wasn't trying to listen in, but I heard a lot. Probably not everything. I think I woke up in the middle. What did you hear? Just you dumping Trapper. We were never together. I mean, we were together. Wink, wink, wink. I know you're wearing a mask, but we can see your eyes. You don't need to say wink, wink, wink out loud. Another reason I'm right to have dumped you. You did not. It was mutual. The jig is, as they say, up. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island, or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We? You and Trapper, but... After the lighthouse light came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, so I asked Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. But you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right, but you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mysteries? My favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private. And look at me, I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him. Well, geez, I can see when I'm not wanted. So, you three are throuple now, or... Because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole Trapper Spirit thing, but hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it. We were not a thing. Nobody traps the Trapper, not with traps or with relationships. And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down that way, you'll find... Get out! Wraith looks around, just to be doubly sure the Trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. This island is a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me. And it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we were more than friends. I dispute the events as told, for the record. I don't pursue. I stalk and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So, I hate to ask, but did I just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought? What were you... Wait, what were you good at? Well, for starters... Excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly, which you might not know, Trapper is like the great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against the barista who wrote Ewan on his cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but that's the thing. And then you came along, Dae. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing to reveal or offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all of that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they aren't everything about me, but I can embrace those things but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusting old tunnel. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Cruelly appealing to Trapper's better features has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing at first, I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? But then we spent time together, and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give it up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Dae, while you were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spear confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to go through me first. By passing Trapper's test, TM, coming to BHVR TV, Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Oh my god. Holy shit. Alright. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murderous father, which she only lets her real friends call her. It's Rin Yamoka. He just said Rin earlier. Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lives inside Spirit? A dragon. Sure, everyone knows that. They won't all be this easy. Question 3. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl before she was hellbent on revenge? She worked at a restaurant. I know. To think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever minked with a help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? We asked her if black was her favorite color, but she got all off on this tangent that like black wasn't really real and it was just a void. I don't know. I saved. Is it black? Oh, okay. Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped. I mean, maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5. The final question. You got this, Dae. According to Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Oh shit, which one was it? I don't remember. I remembered all the little information, but not this one. I don't think it's the first one. Is it this one? Oh, it is. Okay. When I pitched Trapper's test to the suits at a BHVR TV, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as the final prize for winning. So I killed them all, right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, it sure did feel good. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's test. Not Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with the giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder without about being seen. Go figure. You probably guessed, but rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit, or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trevor out. I'm sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessary as it was, the whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and the stupid quiz. All of it. Especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. But I like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Rin. We're on a first name basis, yo. Rin. I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone up in the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter, Day. It's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a minute. I'm being told. No, wait. It is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. Come back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather be. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, why are we going back after we just had that mental breakdown in here? You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse despite all the drama and worry that was previously a part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be here with Spirit, which makes it all the more crushing when you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions, in my experience. Before they can explain what that's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in an unfamiliar way. Prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will. No, please don't interrupt. You'd think after all this time, you'd know that we've got your best interests in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that. Got waxing ears, friend. I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness, you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight are 2 ghoulish silhouettes. Before you can focus on them, the light passes and the 2 survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way. Around your elders, it's the Oni! Grandpa? My little Rin, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Dae, be Grandpa Kazan Yamaoka. Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. That's a lot of greats to say in a row. Yeah, it's 5. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect, except Rin. She can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel. But you! When he stares at you with his demonic red eyes, I'm pretty sure that even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. Mongrel. You must treat me with respect, or she'll help me. I'll be cleaning bits of your head off of my kanabo. A kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. Okay. I figured that's what it was. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette. Remember, we explained to you that we were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give or withhold your approval. 5 greats! Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir. Your honor, master. Sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have a great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all eternity to continue with the rest of the... whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Ah yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my own power and magnitude can help. Not important much. Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear at my presence call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to the Trapper, and not only the sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can, or want to, measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Omni. Every time you try to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but now it's not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant. I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. When he waves his katana in the air, you menacingly, like great grandfather, like great granddaughter too. Hold up there, grandpops. Not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always waiting to kill and insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, such an imposing present, he sure is giving off serious old man yells at cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. Didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much if you ask me. But I didn't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great. Okay, I'm not saying all those every time. I know Odie's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She heard that he hates her father, so. Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to listen off with every activity available to a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't befit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying I did that because I had honor and a body built like an entire castle that's quite hard to hide, but clearly you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette, you fool. Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and who wasn't allowed to do what leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch my kanabo. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together, as a family. Grandpa, no! That's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Ah, ha, yes, sure. Wink, wink, wink. This whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Dae has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he has ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe he really needs it. I think I'm good over here, actually. Rin, now push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. Less for violence in your voice. It fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose if this is the person you have to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Dae ever treats me poorly, you have my word, on our family's honor, I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you again soon. Now let's go, servants. Clint, Denise, return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to? Yes? Sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful to your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I would never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to. I want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's cave right now avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at the world changing around me, lust for blood. There's no way to live, and yet, as you know now, it is the Yamioka way of life. Forever I'm cursed with the battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or at least, here it was, until now. Call me the dragon tamer. Call me the dragon tamer, baby. Shut the fuck up. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. Oh my gosh. It's still going. Oh, it's all purple now. It kind of looks pretty, if ominous. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as the storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. Oh! Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you can help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time was, well, I totally felt more connected to you afterwards. We're gonna get more toes to put sunscreen on. To be totally real with you, I kinda just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there is anything wrong with feet, it's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady. Steady. Oh, pfft. Please stop saying yes every time I put lotion on your feet. This is so goddamn hot. I love feeling your hands sliding up and down my feet and between my toes. My skin has never been more moist. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotion hand, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit snaking through the air, wrapping around your body and lifting you off to your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it feels like to fly. Oh my god, we're flying. Oh my god, Shaggy, shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Cream on her feet. Spirit pulls you close. You feel bits of glass pressed into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you reel against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure the spirit lets the dragon, the sight of her, take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have been all worth it. The clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself exhausted away from Spirit. A chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips in blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when you know, I was having the best night of my life. Cover your eyes, kids. Spirit drags her fingertips over to the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. Yeah, keep this glass shard that I just lodged in your shoulder while we were fucking in the sky. I've got plenty more where that came from. There's gonna be more. Okay, at least it's over now. I was so scared it was going to get more detailed than that. It's like, I do not want to read that out loud. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now is the time, Dae, to face your destiny. Actually, about that. Dae, can we talk privately? Maybe I'm not here. Maybe someplace would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedules, Spirit. Very strongly. And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Dae privately. That's not right to do it here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, you think... No, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I try to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Dae yet, right? So... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is very hard to read. A word of advice, though, if you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. She better not break up with us after all that drama. Was our performance awful? Ugh. I don't need any advice. Everyone out, except for Dae. Did someone say final house? That's kind of my whole jam. I can say it, right? Especially you, out. Lame. Alone with spirit, you feel something awful hang in the air. More awful than the lingering smell of that Cleaver body spray. Ugh, the gag. I'm gagging. We're all gagging for Cleaver body spray. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me to get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by a desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who is... She's gonna fucking break up with us? What the fuck? Can we... What? Just know if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and we'll destroy... Friends it is. I'm glad to have you here for me when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to... Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not sure I use the word ends. And for that matter, I wouldn't say that I'm leaving, but us, we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we never really belonged together anyway. What the hell? I just spent all this time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should just leave the chocolate factory through the side door? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said goodnight, Dae. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Hey, why does she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. And so, my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves, first and foremost, whilst trapped in the never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far, you should probably know that. That you'll have to play again to find out more! Goodbye, Dae! See you again later, and again, and again, and again. Forever! Fucked her and she fucking dumped me! What the fuck? After all that fucking drama with the Trapper and the fucking killing her dad, their grandpa trying to convince him my dick wasn't good enough. I didn't perform well. You're too good for me. Like, what? Shut the fuck up. She made us go through the fucking toe lotion scene and then whatever the fuck that was in the darkness there. And then she was like, you know what? I think we should just be friends. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? I spent 3.5 hours just to get friend zoned. I knew something was up when she told you to cream her toes and keep the glass. You know? I should have thought that too. Well, why did that happen? Let me look at these achievements. I got like 2 achievements during that. Okay, so friends forever. You didn't find love, but you found friendship that will last forever and ever and ever. Okay, so the friend zone one, and then 1 down. Finish the full game once through, did you? I dare you to try it again. I feel like I feel nothing. I'm just sitting here in my seat like, huh. So that shit happened. I looked up the fucking zombie drink for her. I did everything for her. I stood up for her grandpappy. I am bad luck, told you. I don't know if it was... Maybe I'm bad luck. It's like... The man was too stunned to speak. Okay, well... John Kimmich, how could you let this happen? How could all of you let this happen? Y'all approved of this game. Alright. Just cut the credits. Cut the credits. Okay, so I guess it wasn't because we didn't have like 100% of good choices. Or was I supposed to be more dark and brooding? Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, that was a lot longer than I expected it to be. And I'll finish my water. But alright, I think I'm gonna end that here for today. We didn't find love. We boned, but we did not find love. We did not find love because we boned. Get me out of here. Cut the game. Turn off the game. We're gonna end it there, and then the next time we play this, hopefully, we'll have better results. It'll probably be in the next few weeks we'll do this again. I have some stuff planned, you know, for the rest of Valentine's week, and then some stuff afterward. But we will return someday, and hopefully with better luck. But oh my god, that was such a roller coaster of an ending just to be like, I think we should be friends. I'm still mad about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream here for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys had fun regardless of the results of the game. I'll make sure I don't say anything to not give you my bad luck. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. Honestly, maybe is that what's gonna happen with every other round? We go with the Wraith and we bone him down in the cave, and he's like, actually, let's be friends. Maybe our performance will be better next time. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I did, despite everything, and I will be back tomorrow for another dating sim game. We're going to be playing third installment of the Monster Prom franchise. We're going to be playing Monster Road Trip. So, no killers this time, but still with the monster theme, and maybe we'll have better luck there. I actually bought some DLC for the game too, so I'm excited to play those out too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, I hope to see you another time. But yeah, bye guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.